is Mukhtar Ali Mukhtar. Today I would like to speak about my topic, what I've chose, and I will have the full explanation about the details from my past assignment. So now we're going to start our presentation. Okay, so what company am I doing? So, of course, the topic has been given, which is Blades Inc. case, uh, assessment of future exchange and rate movement. Okay, so let's go to the first one. Uh, about the company. So now, after we heard the name, we're going to speak about the company now. What does it do? What is the company, anyways? What's the transactions they have? What they're usually capable of doing, and all of these things. So about the company, Blades Inc. Ben Holt is pleased that his current system is exporting Speedos. To Thailand seems to be working well. Blades primary customer in Thailand. So this company Blades brings or exports Bleedos from Thailand, and Bleedos are like the swim shorts and the clothing area. So he just import them, and bring them to the country and sell them. So Blaze is using a Thai supplier from some of the components needed to manufacture Speedos. So as you can see, he's using Thai people, which is Thai supplier, which the people are in Thailand that supplies him with this kind of product that is shipped from Thailand to USA. And then after that, what are the basic factors that determine the value of currency? So what do you mean by that? The value of currency is established by fundamental elements such as available of money for purchase and level of interest purchasing currency. And then, so we can see that the value of currency is established fundamental elements, and it's more available for money and purchases. The value of the currency often declines when there is a high of supply, while the value of currency typically rises when there is a high level of demand. So as you can see here, supply and demand. So like there's two rules. When they say like the value of currency often declines because it's the level of supply, high level of supply. But when they say is it rises when the high level of demand. Okay. And then we are moving on to how are percentage changes in the currency value measured. So a rise in the percentage shows that there has been an increase in the value of foreign currency. So from my perspective, a rise of percentage shows that there has been an increase of value of foreign currency. So when I'm importing products, there is a currency issue. The currency is not like before. So when you exchange currencies, there's much difference in currencies. So now it's much higher, not much higher, but there's a difference, which is more gain higher in value of other foreign currencies. And then while it's a fall of percentage indicates that there has been reduction of valuable of foreign currency. So when the foreign currency is high, so you can't purchase from outside the country, because since let's say for example Thailand equals to uh, 5 baht equals to 1 ringgit, and then now it becomes 2 ringgit equals to 5 baht. So the value of baht is very high. So people will stop buying from Thailand because it used to be cheap. Now it's not, since their currency is high. So it's very difficult to buy from Thailand. They rather go buy from other countries, for example China or India or these things. So people are looking for more cheaper way. Even if it's local, it's much better because it's much cheaper. But that's the case. And then moving on to how might the relatively high level of inflation and interest rate in Thailand affect baht value? So as I told you earlier, when high inflation and high value, how did it affect the currency baht, which is Thailandese money currency? If the rate of inflation is high, then the value of currency is likely to decrease. So it's like it's a rule. This rule is like uh, very known. When the rate of inflation is high, so when the inflation gets high in the economy, then the value of currency is likely to decrease. So what do you mean by that? So when the inflation is high, for example, the inflation is high in Thailand, so the money won't be that worth for other countries. For me, for example, me, I can buy so much from Thailand because it's really cheap now. They have inflation, yeah, but for me, my current value of my country currency is much more better than baht. So I can purchase more products, or for example, bring more labor workers that are very cheap, because of the inflation that's happening in the country. This is because an increase in the quantity of commodities purchased from the United States would lead to an increase of quantity of dollar purchased from Thailand. So this is one of the cases, one of the problems that has been caused, for example, when they say the quantity of dollar purchased from Thailand. So people are taking the dollar out from Thailand, but they're not bringing dollar to Thailand. So what happens when you take out dollar and don't bring back dollar? So inflation will happen. There's no dollar in Thailand. So which this problem will cause. So when it's all about give and take. So when there's no give and take, it's really hard to process. So it will cause a very bad in economy. So this will cause a lot of problems. And then one of the other reasons is arise in the demand for baht may be attributed to the fact that investors from the United States are drawn to the competitive high level of interest rate in Thailand. So we have investors from the USA are investing in Thailand since the Thailand government imposed that there is going to be high interest rates, or banks, they're making high interest rates and all over this. Uh, so what they're going to do is they're going to take the foreigners to come, and it might help. And sometimes when the investors run away is because of the inflation. Sometimes when you're working with their currency, you're gonna lose too. So this is one of the cases that happens for the inflation part. Okay, so the rise of demand for baht may be attributed to face that investors from the United States are drawn to. Yeah, so when you give higher rates in banks, it's much better. And then moving on, the loss of confidence in the Thailand baht, evidenced by the withdrawal of funds from Thailand, will affect baht value. It is common practices from investors to sell their holdings of a foreign currency, which often results in a drop in the value of the currency. So as you can see here, when you say it's common practice for investors to sell their holdings of a foreign currency, so when they give foreign currency out and nothing inside, of course, this will have very bad in value of the Thailand baht. Other hand, the quantity of that nation's currency that is open for purchase continues to increase over this time of period. A strong likelihood that the change of in value of blades will influenced by the pledge is made by the Thai consumers. This is due to the fact that the sales are priced in part. So when you buy from when like uh, blades buy from the Thailand supplier, they pay by baht money. So as you can see, when you pay by baht money and there's inflation, that means the baht money is decreasing, and the USA dollar is getting more higher. So it's much cheaper for him to buy actually. And then moving on to the last slide. Uh, Thailand's central bank wishes to prevent a withdrawal of funds from its country in order to prevent further changes in their currency value. So as like I said earlier, when you take out dollar from the from the bank and then wire it out from the from this country, which is Thailand, this will cause a lot of issues and major problems. So because there's a lot of countries, for example, happens that they buy the products all from outside. So they pay dollar, they take out dollar, but there's no dollar coming inside. So this will cause an inflation. Bank of Thailand Central Bank is a foresaw any further fall in the value of the Thai baht. An effort would be made in Thailand to raise country interest rate levels. So when you give interest rates very good, you're going to take investors. The investor eyes will come to Thailand and see with the good results here. So the government is making easy for them to come to gain more dollars, to bring more dollars to the country that can solve the problem of inflation. In turn, would enhance the demand for the baht among investors in the United States, and this would make Thai equities seem to be more appealing. And then, however, the high interest rate might have a chilling effect on borrowing and expenditure on a local level. So overall, as we can see, baht is facing a problem with appreciation in the country. So what happens when you take out all of the dollar outside the country? Problems are going to happen. Inflation is going to happen. Your current value, which is the baht money, will decrease, and the other foreign countries will increase. So if you want to buy products from outside your country, you're going to pay now more for to get the thing because your currency is very low, and that's the problem and that's the case. And thank you so much. That was my slide today. My name is Mukhtar, and this is my uh, final uh, slides, and I hope see you guys. Thank you so much.